Madison Square Garden. The name itself sends chills down your spine. It's the Mecca of combat sports, a place where legends are made and history is written in blood and sweat. From Ali to Frazier, from Tyson to Holyfield, the Garden has seen it all. The iconic venue has hosted some of the most memorable moments in sports history. The very mention of its name evokes a sense of grandeur and excitement. It's not just a building, it's a symbol of excellence, a testament to the human spirit's unyielding drive to achieve greatness. The crowd's roar, the fighters' determination, the palpable tension in the air. It's all part of the magic that makes Madison Square Garden the ultimate stage for combat sports. Every punch, every kick, every drop of sweat is a story in itself, a chapter in the ongoing saga of human endurance and skill, a place where legends are made. The Garden has been the backdrop for countless epic battles, each one adding to its storied legacy. It's where dreams are realized and destinies are forged. The energy here is unlike any other, a unique blend of anticipation, excitement, and raw emotion, where history is written in blood and sweat. From Ali to Frazier, from Tyson to Holyfield, the Garden has seen it all. These walls have witnessed the rise and fall of champions, the triumphs and heartbreaks that define the world of combat sports. It's a place where every fight is a piece of history, a moment that will be remembered for generations to come. The Garden has seen it all, from the thunderous applause of the crowd to the deafening silence that follows a knockout punch. Every second here is charged with emotion. It's a place where the impossible becomes possible, where underdogs rise to the occasion and champions cement their legacy. On this night, the energy was electric. The anticipation was palpable, the excitement contagious. Fans from all walks of life had gathered to witness history in the making. The air was thick with expectation, every eye fixed on the ring, every heart beating in unison with the fighters. UFC 309 was in town, and the world was watching. The stakes were high, the competition fierce. Fighters had trained for months, pushing their bodies to the limit, all for this one moment. The spotlight was on them, and they were ready to give it their all. And the world was watching. Millions of fans tuned in from around the globe, eager to see who would emerge victorious. The event was more than just a fight, it was a spectacle, a celebration of the sport and its athletes. Every punch, every kick was analyzed, every move scrutinized. The air crackled with anticipation. You could feel it in your bones. The tension was almost unbearable, the excitement overwhelming. Every fan, every spectator was on the edge of their seat, waiting for the action to unfold. It was a night that promised to be unforgettable. You could feel it in your bones. The energy was electric, the atmosphere charged with excitement. Every cheer, every gasp added to the intensity of the moment. It was a night where anything could happen, where every second counted, and every move could change the course of the fight. This was going to be special. The fighters entered the ring, their faces set with determination, their bodies primed for battle. The crowd erupted in applause, their cheers echoing through the arena. It was a moment of pure adrenaline, a culmination of months of hard work and dedication. This was the night they had been waiting for, the night they would make their mark on history. The card was stacked. The anticipation in the air was palpable as fans from all over the world gathered to witness one of the most exciting nights in UFC history. The energy in the arena was electric, with every seat filled and the crowd buzzing with excitement. This was not just any fight night. This was a night where legends would be made and history would be written. Champions, contenders, rising stars. The event had it all. The fighters had trained for months, pushing their bodies to the limit, all for this moment. The weigh-ins had been intense, with each fighter looking lean and ready for battle. The champions, with their belts gleaming under the lights, stood tall, knowing that they had a target on their backs. The contenders, hungry for glory, were ready to give it their all. And the rising stars, eager to make a name for themselves, were prepared to seize the opportunity. UFC 309 had it all. The octagon, bathed in light, stood as a symbol of the battles that were about to unfold. The crowd, a sea of faces, cheered and chanted, their voices merging into a deafening roar. This was a night that promised unforgettable moments, where every punch, kick, and submission would be etched into the memories of those who witnessed it. In the main event, Mike Tyson made his highly anticipated return to the ring. The excitement was palpable as fans eagerly awaited to see the legendary boxer in action once again. Tyson, known for his ferocious power and intimidating presence, was ready to show the world that he still had what it takes. His training had been intense, and at the weigh-in, he looked as fierce as ever. The anticipation for Tyson's return was immense. His previous fights had left fans in awe, and the intense stare-down with his opponent spoke volumes about the battle that was about to unfold. This was more than just a fight, it was a chance for Tyson to solidify his legacy and prove that he was still a force to be reckoned with. Then there was Israel Adesanya. The middleweight king, known for his striking prowess and charismatic personality, was on a mission to cement his legacy. Adesanya had dominated the middleweight division, and his journey to the top had been nothing short of spectacular. His walk to the octagon was a sight to behold, with fans cheering and cameras flashing. In the gym, his shadow boxing was a display of precision and power, a testament to the countless hours of training he had put in. The middleweight king was on a mission to cement his legacy. His previous fights had been a showcase of his incredible talent, with knockouts that left fans in awe. The slow-motion replays of his knockouts were a reminder of his dominance in the octagon. Lifting the belt in celebration, Adesanya had proven time and again that he was a force to be reckoned with. But this night he faced a new challenge, one that would test his skills and determination. He was set to face a tough challenge in Jared Cannonier. Cannonier, known for his power and resilience, was ready to take on the champion. His training had been intense, with every session pushing him to his limits. At the weigh-in, Cannonier looked focused and determined, knowing that this was his chance to make history. Walking out to the octagon, he was greeted by the cheers of his fans, all hoping to see him dethrone the champ. The crowd couldn't wait to see if Cannonier could dethrone the champ. The atmosphere was electric, with fans holding up signs and chanting his name. The wide shot of the octagon, surrounded by the cheering crowd, captured the essence of what makes UFC events so special. This was a night where anything could happen, where underdogs could rise and champions could fall. The stage was set for an unforgettable night of fights, a night of legends. And then, there was the surprise guest. President-elect Donald Trump made a grand entrance, causing a stir among the audience. The crowd buzzed with excitement as Trump took his seat. Love him or hate him, Trump knows how to make an entrance. He was here to witness some of the most anticipated fights of the night, featuring legendary fighters who have made their mark in the UFC. The energy in the building was off the charts. This was bigger than just a fight. This was a spectacle. As the lights dimmed and the first fighters walked out, you could feel the tension in the air. The crowd was on its feet, roaring with anticipation. This was it. This is what we were all waiting for. The energy was contagious. It was impossible not to get caught up in the moment. This was the UFC at its best. Pure, unadulterated combat. Section 5, Zhang vs. Namajunas, a rivalry reignited. The main event did not disappoint. Zhang and Namajunas picked up right where they left off. Both women left it all in the octagon. It was a back-and-forth war. The crowd was on the edge of their seats. Every punch, every kick, every takedown was met with a roar. In the end, Zhang emerged victorious. But it was a fight that will be talked about for years to come. Section 6. Adesanya's dominance continues. Israel. Adesanya put on a clinic. He was simply too much for Jared Cannonier. Adesanya's striking was masterful. His footwork was poetry in motion. Cannonier had no answer for Adesanya's speed and precision. The crowd chanted Adesanya's name as he cruised to a unanimous decision victory. He proved once again why he is the best middleweight on the planet. But it wasn't all about the champions. There were some incredible performances from up-and-coming fighters. The underdogs had their night too. We saw knockouts, submissions, and everything in between. The crowd loved every minute of it. They cheered for the underdog, they gasped at the knockdowns, and they roared with excitement at every finish. This is what makes the UFC so special. The roar of the crowd at Madison Square Garden is unlike anything else in sports. It's primal. It's electric. It's what makes this venue so special. On this night, the Garden was rocking. The fans got their money's worth. And then some. It was a night of non-stop action, drama, and excitement. UFC 309 at Madison Square Garden was a night for the ages. The iconic venue, known for hosting some of the most memorable events in sports and entertainment history, was buzzing with anticipation. Fans from all over the world had gathered, their excitement palpable in the crisp night air. The energy outside the arena was electric, with people discussing their favorite fighters and predicting the outcomes of the night's matches. Inside, the atmosphere was even more charged. The stands were filled with passionate fans, each one eager to witness the action up close. They held up signs and banners, showing their support for their favorite fighters. The roar of the crowd was deafening as the first fight of the night began. It was a night that reminded us why we love this sport. The raw emotion, the sheer athleticism, and the unyielding spirit of the fighters were on full display. The fights were nothing short of spectacular. Each bout brought its own unique drama and excitement. There were moments of intense grappling, lightning-fast strikes, and incredible displays of endurance. The fighters left everything in the octagon, pushing themselves to their limits. Victories were celebrated with raised arms and triumphant shouts, while defeats were met with respectful nods and promises to come back stronger. It was a night of incredible fights, unforgettable moments, and a whole lot of heart. As the final bell rang and the last fight concluded, the crowd began to make their way out of the arena. But the energy didn't dissipate. It lingered in the air, a testament to the unforgettable night they had just experienced. Fans left with smiles on their faces, discussing the highlights of the evening, and already looking forward to the next event. The camaraderie among the fans was evident, as they shared their favorite moments and bonded over their love for the sport. We had just witnessed something special. The confetti falling from the ceiling, the fighters standing in the octagon, and the crowd cheering in the background created a scene that would be etched in our memories forever. It was a night where dreams were realized and new legends were born. The significance of the event was not lost on anyone present. It was a reminder of the power of sports to bring people together and create moments of pure magic, something we would never forget. The emotional reactions of the crowd, the applause, and the cheers were a testament to the impact of the night. It was more than just a series of fights. It was an experience that touched the hearts of everyone who witnessed it. As we left Madison Square Garden, we knew we had been part of something truly extraordinary. A night for the ages indeed. As the echoes of UFC 309 begin to fade, the excitement doesn't end here. The world of MMA never stops, and neither does our journey. Let's take a look at what's next on the horizon. Pause 1. UFC 310 is just around the corner, set to take place on date, at location. The main event promises a clash of titans as Fighter A faces off against Fighter B. It's a bout that fans have been eagerly anticipating, and it's sure to deliver fireworks. Pause 1S. Following that, we have UFC 311 on date at location. The spotlight will be on Fighter C and Fighter D as they step into the octagon for what is expected to be a thrilling fight. Both fighters are known for their explosive styles, and this match could easily steal the show. Pause 1S. And let's not forget UFC 312, scheduled for date at location. The main event features Fighter E going head-to-head with Fighter F. With both fighters at the peak of their careers, this is a fight that could very well determine the future landscape of their division. Pause 1S. Stay tuned for more updates and detailed breakdowns of these upcoming events. The path of a UFC fan is paved with excitement, anticipation, and unforgettable moments. This journey is just getting started, and we can't wait to experience it with you. Pause 1S. Until next time, keep your eyes on the octagon and your spirit in the fight. The best is yet to come. The fighters that Donald Trump watched during UFC 309 at Madison Square Garden were some of the most renowned in the sport. The main event featured a highly anticipated bout between Israel Adesanya and his challenger. Adesanya, known for his precision and unyielding strategy, faced off against an opponent who brought his own set of formidable skills to the octagon. The clash was nothing short of electrifying, with each round pushing both fighters to their limits. Pause 1S. The co-main event saw another thrilling fight between two top contenders, adding to the excitement of the night. These warriors, each with their unique fighting styles and backgrounds, showcased the very essence of what makes MMA so captivating. Their relentless pursuit of victory and the sheer display of athleticism kept the audience on the edge of their seats. Pause 1S. As the night unfolded, it became clear that UFC 309 wasn't just another event, it was a testament to the spirit of combat sports. The presence of high-profile spectators like Donald Trump only added to the grandeur of the evening, highlighting the global appeal and significance of the UFC. Pause 1S. In the end, the fights that took place at Madison Square Garden will be remembered not just for the victories and defeats, but for the indomitable spirit and the unforgettable moments that define the sport. Pause 1S. Thank you for joining us on this journey through UFC 309. Stay tuned for more in-depth analyses and coverage of upcoming events. The world of MMA is ever evolving, and we can't wait to bring you along for the ride. Pause 1S. Until next time, keep your eyes on the octagon and your spirit in the fight. The best is yet to come.